All right, what's going on, guys? This is Logan with West Desert Weather. We're out here at one of my absolute favorite places to crawl at the Logandale Trails in Logandale, Nevada. This place is epic. The rocks are just excellent for RCs. There's just crazy, endless lines out here. Today I've got my Class 2 truck. I'm actually on my way to Vegas, so this is just a quick stop, go crawl for a little bit, and then get back on the road. But we're gonna have a lot of fun. I've got my Rock Pirates Class 2. This is the VRD Kraken chassis on a VRD carbon kit on straight axle F10s. So this is a really killer build. This is my Class 2 competitive truck for the 2024 season. I'm still debating what I want to do for 25, but for now, we're gonna get out on the rocks. We've got our deluxe Iron Rock tires on here. Should be a lot of fun. This is an excellent build. Let's go see what it can do. Now, one of the last times I was out here, whoops, we gotta reverse our motor here. Okay, here we go. One of the last times I was out here, I was doing tire testing for my tire testing series. If you guys want to see that return, definitely let me know. And I tested driving a truck up this wall. Now, it was a different truck, but this one should definitely be capable of it. And I wanted to see if these tires were capable of crawling up the bottom of this wall, or if I have to give it a bump. Okay, we had to give it a full throttle assault to get this thing to start to climb. So the iron rocks might not be 100% suited for the red sandstone of Logandale. It could also be that the inserts are not SL3D squid inserts. I'm running dual stage foams on these, Proline inners with some Power Hobby outer foams. So we're not gonna make this vertical climb today. Unfortunately, we don't have maximum traction available because I know it's possible to crawl this rock, but these tires still do good. Let's go see what else they're capable of. When you come out here, there's so many lines that it's a little overwhelming trying to decide where to actually go. Everything looks fun to drive. This truck's got a good amount of overdrive in it. I believe I've got 21% in the transmission plus a underdrive ring and pinion in the rear. If memory serves, I don't know. I've built enough trucks that I kind of forget which one has overdrive or underdrive ring and pinions, where they're at, and where they ended up. Just really keep like a notebook on my builds. The body was painted by my buddy Jason at Bonehead RC. You can find him on Instagram. He's done a bunch of excellent paint jobs for people. Unfortunately, he hasn't been painting recently, and he needs to get back on it. Jason, let's see some more bodies, buddy. But this is the Proline Coyote body that he painted up for me, and I freaking love the way this thing turned out. I actually modeled my full-size buggy's wrap based on the paint job of this truck. That's how much I like it. We're gonna see a little transition here. There we go. Without portal axles, we're getting down on our diffs a little bit, but fortunately, usually able to wiggle our way through and find a way to drag the truck along. Now we're gonna see if we can hang the truck from the sidewall. This is a bad line. This isn't gonna go well at all. Well, at least I called it. Now, while crawling in Logandale is extremely fun, depending on the time of year you come out here, it can be very much not fun. This place is typically hotter than Las Vegas. And if you don't know, that means this will consistently hit like 115 to 120 in the summers. So if you don't like the heat, strongly recommend coming out in the winter months because it is mid-January currently. Oh, it almost had that. It is mid-January currently, and it's about 50 degrees out here. Now, while I don't live in like a tropical place, that's pretty warm. Like, I know Florida's probably 60, 70, but for the middle of the desert, this is pretty warm. My right rear is holding me up. There we go. Make the transition over, get that weight transfer out. There it is. Now it's gonna start getting pretty vertical here. See how she handles it. Need some more forward push from the rears. Oh no, almost lost it. We did lose it. Come on, little buddy. I've had a few people comment that they think it's funny how I talk to my trucks. I'll yell at them when I want them to climb something. Especially if they make me mad of not climbing something over and over again. Like that. Let's try a different vantage point here. Okay, let's go. I ended up a lot further left on that climb. I think I'm about to fall off is the problem. Oh no, she pulled it out. Change your point of view. Sometimes it'll change the outcome of the line you're trying. See that forward weight bias coming in clutch there? Keeping the front tires planted, even on a steep incline. Yet again, let's get a better vantage point of what we got going on. We're just hung up on our front diff, I think. These F10 straight axles have excellent steering angle. Even with those SSD brass knuckles, they don't limit your steering. Servo on axle steering, and then I've got brass rings in the front Vanquish wheels just to give me that little more forward weight bias that I'm after. And like we saw on that climb, this does have a forward weight bias, so it got me the forward bias I'm after. We've also got Rock Pirates aluminum sliders, which are now available. Both of these sliders weigh less than one of the steel sliders, so pretty awesome upgrade there. I've always liked the slider design, but being able to shave that much weight out of the truck, these days I like a lighter build. Not a featherweight, but a lighter build, which I would classify this as. This guy's like low to mid fives. I think that's a great weight for an RC crawler. Look at the way this thing just navigates nasty terrain. I want to get its skid a little further forward. There we go. Yeah, through the rock pile. This is usually really hard to do with Class 2s. But I love the way this truck performs. I was able to have good success with it in the competition season in 24. It brought home Class 2 overall champion in the North vs. South Utah series, which was the first season that I had gone and officially not been a part of the competition series, so I could truly compete because I didn't have any influence on the courses that were set. And she went out and did me proud by bringing home some hardware, so really happy with that. Now, even though I won last year, I'm still really thinking about which changes I want to make, whether I want to do a whole new truck or just change and modify the existing truck. For the comp season, it was the ugly duck. It had mismatched wheels and the stance green body. There we go. One of my favorite ways to find lines while I'm out in a place like this is I'll try and drive from the bottom to the top of a hill, or in this case, I just saw an obstacle I want to go drive, so I'm going to drive my way there. And sure enough, we'll find something challenging or fun along the way to see what will challenge the truck. And typically I bring my rear steer trucks out on a little venture like this, but man, sometimes it's just good to have a high-performing Class 2. Can't go wrong with it. It's way easier to drive one-handed. This is how I drive one-handed, by the way. I don't need the steering extension on my GT5, but it does make it easier. My buddy Mike with Sons of Crawl helped 3D print that for me. I've had a few people ask where I got it. A friend printed it for me. I don't know what the file is. Sorry, guys. Nice. You can see those gold bands by the shocks in there. Those are my D's bands. I am a D's bands team driver, so I'm rocking D's bands on the comp truck. And those are essentially elastic bands that help your front suspension to stop it from unloading. It's elastic, so it allows your truck to articulate. Let's see if we can articulate the truck. Oh, not on that exact angle. But the front suspension is not limited. It's still allowed to articulate. And then when you get on something steep, your chassis won't separate from your front axle and unload. Look how controlled that was, man. Just creeping through all these rocks like they're not there. And these are not easy lines. This truck's just super composed. It's just so good. All right, so currently we're standing just above the obstacle I want to drive up. So we're still working our way down this hill. No, it's not gonna give us the hook we need. Gonna have to shimmy our way over a little more. Probably have to drive up this rock up top. There we go. Beautiful. We're able to keep those rears planted up top. I'm trying not to fall over where I'm stepping. But look how just predictable this thing is. It's not getting out of control, it's not sliding around. And before it does, I usually have a good idea of when it will. Our front diff a little bit. Perfect. So let's talk about maybe some ideas of what to change on this truck to improve its performance, and or the other idea that I have for a comp truck. So one thing I haven't tried yet myself that is definitely possible to do on this truck, I could do a mullet build, add a portal rear axle to this truck. But honestly, that's probably my least likely that's going to happen. It's I rarely feel like my rear diff is stopping me. There's very few obstacles that I feel that a mullet would truly be better. We're gonna have to find our way through this little pinch right here. Second option would be to change transmissions in this. Now, I really like how my trucks with VFDs handle. I really do. I've got a lot of VFD driven trucks that just perform excellent. But the one that I would trade it out for is a deluxe Nod 2 transmission. It's just more compact, it's smaller, and it's significantly lighter. And that would be the advantage. I would lose a little bit of overdrive. Well, I guess this one's got 21% overdrive, so I'd have to re-gear the ring and pinions. Not getting the push I need in the rear. Oh, to get the front to climb. This loose terrain in the bottom is kind of killing me here. A little too aggressive. Come on. Now the nose of the body's in the rocks. There it is, floated the front left into there. This is one thing I want to change on the truck, if I were to keep it, is I'm going to go to the Power Wagon size sliders from Rock Pirates RC. Because on tight notches like this, I have to drag the belly through, which can be an issue. And I would swap those out for the Power Wagon size ones. They're a lot narrower and they're also tapered a bit. And I would swap out the body for the new Rock Pirates Trident body. I haven't driven a truck with one of those on it yet, so I would like to know how they perform. There it is. Just pick away at it until you just find that right spot. What's funny is that was not something I anticipated being difficult, so well, that's a problem in there. Well, I might just work with that. Just trying to wiggle my way through. Rear's gonna push me out. There it is. Just doing crazy buggy crap in my bodied. Uh-oh. That was luck. Made it through. All right. Can't quite call that a line as much as it was just falling around and getting lucky. Bully my way through those bushes. Yeah, maybe I should have brought the buggy out for this one. All that to try and drive this pinch, which I have no idea if it's possible or not. So let's find out. Need to get my... I want to get that left rear inside the rock face. Come on. Position the rear any different. I can't get that tire to bite that low. Doing everything I can to get that tire squared up, and maybe. No, there it is. Finally got it in position. Now we just got to get the pull. Come on. Give it to me, Deluxe. Ah, crap, man. So to give you perspective, this truck is sitting just about level in this shot, so you can see the whole top of it. This is a very steep V-notch. Also, I did cheat. I moved the rocks out of the bottom so I'd stop getting diffed out. I just want to battle the crack of it. I don't want to deal with this stupid sluice in the bottom. I don't have a ton of time. Ordinarily I would, but not today. There it goes. She wants it. Very nice. It's actually staying very squared and balanced. Until I said something about it. Gotta get behind it. It's really best for me to stay behind the truck to see what those rear axle needs. That's what I needed right there. Stick it, stick it, stick it. Forward weight bias and overdrive saving me right there, no doubt. Yeah, all right. That was a cool climb. It was challenging and possible. And I beat the hell out of my truck to do it. Getting back to potential changes for this truck in the upcoming season, instead of modifying this one, I could just change trucks entirely, which the Rock Pirates Rum Runner is absolutely an excellent option for Class 2. Aggressive forward skid, high clearance links. It's an excellent performer. And all these parts would be a great start for that, or at least the axles would be a great start for that. And the electronics, I suppose, but I think I want to go the opposite direction. I've got a Rum Runner Class 3, which is just a weapon. It's so fun to drive. It's crazy what that thing will do. But I might build a C-channel truck to compete with. I was able to do well last year in North vs. South, and I think making it more challenging for myself would be a fun way to go about it. Not necessarily showing up to try to win anymore, just more see if I can make it through the course and get to the end of the day without hitting many gates. And it's funny, whenever we're out there competing, it's so easy to get frustrated when you hit a gate or whatever. Truthfully, that's what you're there to do, because if nobody hit gates, it wouldn't separate the field, and then everybody would just tie. So somebody's got to make a mistake, and you know, I've made plenty of them during comps. And then those very few and far between runs where you get a perfect run, Those are rare, but man, they feel good. To just ace a course, drive it straight through, and not hit anything, not take a backup, clean the bonuses. Sweet. Working our way up into this huge pocket up here. I think we're gonna keep climbing. There's not really anywhere to go in this pocket. It is really cool and pretty, but as far as driving up somewhere else, that's just kind of a trap in there for RC trucks. And cut right, see if that front right will pull us all the way out. Nice. Oh. These tires do respond to throttle. Some tires don't. Some do better than others, I should say. And it seems like these tires do like a little bit of throttle to get the lugs spinning and start throwing some traction down. This is very steep. Using little hooks in the rock face to work our way up. There it goes. All right, king of the mountain up here. Let's go see what's on the other side. There's no shortage of cool rock formations out here in Logandale. So let's take a look at one of them. See if we can navigate our way through this guy. And I do mean through this guy. Not too bad, lined up all right. There it is. Pretty narrow little spot to work through. Oh, come on. Okay, now we can rotate out. Sick. It worked out, sweet. Wasn't sure it would go that smooth, but we made it. So on these tires, I chose to put a kind of a medium firm foam in them. I'm wondering if that might be the cause of some lack of traction in certain areas. The tires need to be able to conform, and maybe I just filled them a little too firm. So I do have a set of SL3D squid inserts for them. Neil was kind enough to send me a set that fit these. And I'm gonna try those out and see if it changes things. I just thought with this thin carcass tire, that would be the move, is to make them a little firmer so they don't just over conform and fold up. And also I run SL3D a lot. And I've got no obligation to do so, but they help support my channel, so I like supporting them back. And they work so damn good, as evidenced by, I tried something else. I don't think it's performing up to par of what I've come to expect with those. I remember the first time I tried a set and put the full weight of my rig on a downhill where I had to turn really sharp, and that front sidewall just did not roll at all. And the truck just went where I pointed it. It was really cool. And now I'm kind of used to it, but it's such a good design. And they don't break down over time. I've run them for a couple of years now, and I continually pull them and check them, and when I'm swapping tire sets with wheels or whatever, I'll check on my inserts, and I've never had an issue with one. As long as it's sized correctly, you don't have any issues with them. And you might be asking, well, what happens if you don't size it correctly? If they're too big of an insert, it'll just get a wrinkle in one spot. So the insert had to give to make itself smaller to fit inside the tire that's too small for the diameter of the insert, and it just puts a wrinkle in it that's kind of permanent. But outside that, it still functions the same. You just might have a soft spot in your tire. Okay, we gotta find a way through this. Come on. Now we're on a front diff. Oh, come on. Damn it. I think we just got to bully this rock out of our way. It's not often I have to battle with loose rocks. Okay. Now we're high centered on that same rock. Whoa. And then we got booted downhill. It was worth it. We got the rock out of our way. Now we're making progress again. Small steering inputs to help settle the truck as you move. Nice. Tricky stuff. Definitely something I need more practice with. Maybe we can go try. I don't see this going well. So let's just validate that I'm right. Or disprove my ass. We'll find out. That left rear is getting pulled off. I do need to also thank Deluxe for their support on the channel as well. These guys make a ton of excellent high performance RC parts, and they've definitely helped me along the way. So thanks to Deluxe. This truck pretty much only has their tires, but I've got other rigs that are entirely Deluxe builds. For WRCCA, like Sportsman and MOA stuff, Deluxe is my one-stop shop for that. They're not the only game in town, but man, they've really figured it out. That stupid rock is making me belly out. Should work there. Told you it was the rock. Once it was gone, it drove right up. All right. Yeah, we already tried the left line on that rock, so we're gonna go right this time. So this area might be beneficial for portals, is what I'm kind of seeing. Been playing in a lot of the loose rocks out here in Logandale today. There she goes. Push me forward, and then go. Ah. Man, we're wedged in here. Okay, now we're out of the way. Holy crap, you gotta beat and battle your way all the way through this trail. I haven't driven my Class 2 like this in a long time. This is fun. I think generally my audience is more of the rear steer Capras and buggies. just because I've built that audience, but a lot of RC guys only have trucks with forward steering and drag axles. This is a very attainable build. A VRD carbon kit on straight axles, which I think they started making a more affordable VRD carbon on straight axles. It doesn't have, okay, so it's a VRD kit on straight axles. It doesn't have the carbon chassis. And then it's got a little lower spec VFD transmission, but it's all about making it affordable. And I will say, I would bet the VRD straight axle would probably outperform the carbon. Something about the straight axles on this chassis works so good. The geometry is just right where it needs to be. And the portal truck, on steep climbs, I would get more unloading and torque twist than with this setup. That's why I run the straight axles. So if anybody else has experience running both, definitely let me know whether I'm on to something there or not, because in my opinion, the straight axle is the way to go. Which is funny, because I really like the F10 portals. They're excellent. Need that forward weight transfer a little more. You get that rear to a spot it'll touch instead of drop to the bottom of the crack. Oh, come on. Push through. Rotate. Oh, it almost had it. Hang it. Hang it. Get that hook. Come on. That's perfect. That's perfect. There it goes. Get the hardware out of there. Sick. That was rad. Just that one tire doing all the work. Oh, don't you let go now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't be like this. Okay. Need that left rear down. There it is. Right rear's in contact with the rock. It's going to allow us to get the push we need. How rad was that line? So cool. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, don't lose it. Don't lose it. Go the other way. Don't lose the right rear. Oh, she went to the bottom. See, this is where our sliders are helping us because it doesn't let the truck fall in further. Come on, yeah. So sick. All the way from the bottom. The old Class 2 gets it done. I think we got one more little notch here we can work on. And then we're probably gonna call it a video. It's been a good little run here and I need to get on the road headed to Vegas. If you guys are wondering why I'm headed to Vegas, I'm going to SHOT Show, which is a shooting, hunting, outdoor trade show. I have another YouTube channel, which many people know. It's West Desert Shooter, which is my original West Desert channel. Wheeler came after that, and I'm getting back into shooter, making more content, working with a bunch of awesome companies. Gonna go over to SHOT Show and get some face-to-face with a bunch of really cool people that make really badass firearms and shooting and hunting and outdoors accessories. So we'll see you guys later. Well, if you guys didn't notice in the background, this place is epic, and that's why it's one of my absolute favorite places to go crawl, and the terrain is just unreal. Everywhere I point this thing, there's something to crawl up, and I think that's pretty obvious in this video. So I really want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the affiliate links down below. Some of them are not even affiliate links. They're just links to Deluxe, you know, links to my friends at Vanquish, Rock Pirate, stuff like that. I'm not getting kickbacks from those guys. I'm getting kickbacks from A-Main, Amazon, and Horizon. So those are the guys who are giving me affiliate links. So if you shop anywhere online, use those. It will help me out. I would greatly appreciate it. You can also check out westdesertwheeler.com. Buy a sticker pack. It's something small and get you some West Desert Wheeler stickers for your RCs, and it helps support me here on the channel. We will see you guys in the next one. Keep the rubber side down.